So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Paris Saint-Germain have opted... It's Pelé! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Cook-Chu with the short one. It's made its way, gets the shot away! And now they can spring out of defence. He's going for goal! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Wan-Bissaka clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung heroes doing the dirty work, and Frank Rijkaard is amongst the very best in the business.
Some say the best ever.
Yeah, and I can see why. He's about as sophisticated as players come, and his role covers everything from reclaiming the ball to, well, pretty much everything else. Only a man of his calibre and cleverness can do that.
Kane. Fernandez gets a foot in here. He's found a way through. Fernandez! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Fernandez is offering a wry smile there.
Son Heung-min! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. And it's Okazaki.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and...
Header! No, just not quite.
Pelé certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
0-0 still. No lack of chances, though.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
Son Heung-min. Pelé. Oh, super ball. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. He's looking wide. Silvestre made a search from full-back. As it turned out, unsuccessfully. Robertson. And it's Son Heung-min. And Caicedo. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Okazaki is a perfect combination of... It's Okazaki! Superb from Okazaki! He's got himself an absolute peach. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Paris Saint-Germain are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Smith Rowe. He is Smith Rowe! It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
Versit Van Dunk really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Oh, well played, well played. And here's Smith Rowe. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Pele. And here's Kane. Kukcu. That's destined for the flank. Aims beyond the defence. And that is expertly dealt with. Rijkaard does really well to win the ball there. Robertson. Persib Bandung ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Okazaki. Akanji cuts it out. Alexander-Arnold. Pass is coming off in quick succession here, and it's Smith Rowe. Backward it goes.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
And this is Okazaki, and he's managed to get for it. Shapes to shoot! And that's a sharp finish. And they're threatening to fly away here. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Paris Saint-Germain are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Kukcu. Pele can see things others simply cannot. Nicely weighted ball. Real chance here. Chance, surely! Yes! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
A case now of complete control. Fernandez. Caicedo tries to thread one through. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Silvestre. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other. Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
Merci d'avance.
Second period is on the way.
Persib Bandung really have to pick things up here. Their opponents are going to set up to play on the counter-attack now, which means they're going to have to find ways to draw them out more.
Oh, good take in a good area. And he shoots! And that's a good finish. His utter joy. He engages with absolute happiness. One moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Paris Saint-Germain are having a ball here. Caicedo. Kukçu wins the duel this time. Messi.
You have to expect that from everyone now.
McAllister. Oh, they could break here. Looking for options for movement. Fernandes.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Paris Saint-Germain appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Silvestre is one whose deliveries we all know about. Kukçu. Looking for the run. It's played through for him. Great chance! Oh, impressive strike.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Alexander-Arnold. And it's Smith Rowe. Fernandes. Messi.
Paris Saint-Germain are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Kukçu is always looking to break lines. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. It's a pretty loose pass. Time and again they are repelled. Now it's Pelé, and he has been fouled there. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. He's having a good look here. An opportunity then to pull clear here. Kukçu! Oh, terrific save. This is their second corner of the game. Kukçu goes short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Messi. And Fernandes. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Fernandes. He's a sharp little ball here. He's picked his way through. Shoots! It's in! How many? Just how many? The golf in class is vast.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. Now, can they get him away? Is there any support? He might not need it. Akanji clears it away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. It's a searching pass. Chance! And that has faded wide.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Can he get on the end of this? That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Kukçu makes a dash for it. Played out to the left flank. Diouf. And he's got away. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Pelé.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
Caicedo was in no mood for any of that. Applies the finish! McAllister. Pelé. Threads one in. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 23.
Paris Saint-Germain can make their change now with a break in play.
À leur place, le numéro 21.
Robertson
Le numéro 10.
and Caicedo. Dani Olmo. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Great vision. Can he get onto this? Diouf, he's onside. Shot a goal! And it's in! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain.
He's got four. That is remarkable.
Le numéro 8.
And it's Smith Rowe. Oh, that's a key interception. And that will be it. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and...
Picture this, posted, mind my business. Wanna play cool, so I did resist for a little bit. But the whole playlist was lit, and then I implement. A little foot tap, then I flick the wrist, and then I twist the hip, and then I thought this cool, I'ma stick with this. You can't tame me. Shoulders going crazy. See that neck breaking, that head banging, and the dance waving. I was trying to chill till I heard my body screaming. I wanna dance.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way...
Fernandez! And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
I think it was one of those, Peter, where he's caught it too well. He's not even looking at the keeper, so he knew where everything was.
Spread out to the left. Caicedo is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He has found a way through. And it's Kukçu. Serginho. That's a good run down the left. Looking for a runner. Hakimi cuts it out. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Serginho in acres of space out wide. Aguirre gets it away. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Messi.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
He's picked his way through. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Hakimi cuts out the pass. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Here's a chance! Well, the contact was true enough. The aim wasn't quite.
Well, the keeper looks perplexed. That was hit with real ferocity.
No goals as yet.
Al Hilal definitely like they're pressing from the front.
Yeah, it's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
Kukçu is always looking to break lines. Van Dijk. Son Heung-min. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Fernandes. Spread it left. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Son Heung-min. Always onto this. And Messi! He scored!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Son Heung-min. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. That's really well cleared. Benzema. Akanji gets a foot in here. And it's Messi. Now it's Benzema. And he was quick to react.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
It's come to nothing. Van Dijk. Palmer. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. And he's managed to get free. And he shoots! Kukçu. And here's Messi. Messi! Oh, wonderful, wonderful Lionel Messi! A finish right from the top draw. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. He just absolutely speared that in.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
Persib Bandung are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Palmer is onto this. Fernandes. That's the end of the first 45.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Persib Bandung looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break. Down to business again. Akanji. Caicedo. Over to the right flank. Kukçu did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Son Heung-min. And it's Serginho. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. Van Dijk makes the interception. And it's Benzema. Engages and forces him off the ball.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Kukçu.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Knocks it into space.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Nicely weighted ball. Benzema. Looking for options for movement. There's the shot! Goal! Right back in the game! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Just one in it now.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Messi! Wanted to outwit the keeper, but a shade off target.
I actually fancied him to score then, but we should give the keeper credit for doing his bit.
Long ball upfield. So 2-1 now, and things have got a whole lot more enthralling here.
Yeah, this is a real psychological test now that will tell us whether one side buckles and the other kicks on.
Now that's a fine challenge.
Al Hilal really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Shifted it to the flank. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Messi needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah, they didn't smell the danger early enough, but I suppose better late than never.
And it's Son Heung-min. Palmer. Son Heung-min. It's a pretty loose pass. Aguirre. And Hakimi. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Substitution on the field. Number 4, Palmer. Coming on to replace him is number 10, Buffon.
Well, that's well spotted. Now that looks a decent ball. Benzema. Always goes. It's Benzema! Oh, he'd love to have another go at that.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong.
No, that was never going to make it. Messi. Kukçu.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Now it's Messi. And here's Osimhen. Now it's Messi. Now, can they get him away? Foot in. Robertson. And the pass is intercepted. And the shot's on. Benzema!
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now it's Messi. Hakimi gets across to intercept that. Persib Bandung, moments now away from seeing this one out. And this is Messi.
Persib Bandung can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
It's Buffon. Osimhen.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Substitution on the field. Number 45, Osimhen. Number 21.
They've played it
Kukçu.
short.
Coming on the field, number 9, Neymar. Number
Serginho
15.
is looking to influence the game from out wide. Confirmation that there will be 2-minute stoppage time. And that is as far as it goes. Persib Bandung proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so... This is where they want to be, one small step away from greatness. Win today, and they will be up there amongst the elite. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things already rolling. Persib Bandung need all the support they can get here. To say this is crucial would be to understate massively. And he's in on, can he finish? It's hit the upright. And it's Caicedo. He'll try from distance. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
He's got away. He's in plenty of space here. And he's got his range wrong there. Serginho. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, I know people are probably going to knock me as being biased towards my trade, but when you have someone like this fellow, Josko Guardiola, on your side, it's hard not to pick him out. Such an extraordinary defender with an unconventional style, incredibly quick, and so good at carrying the ball forward. Keep your eyes on him.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Messi. Now that looks a decent ball. And he's managed to get free. And he was alert to it. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Messi. Now it's Doué. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Foden. He's shifting through the gears here. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Nicely spread. Messi. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Vardiol. Alexander-Arnold. Foden. Looking for options for movement. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Alexander-Arnold played. Chance! Goal! Manchester United! And there is your opener. Messi duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Manchester United have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Oh, well played, well played. That's going wide left. Caicedo. Serginho. And this is Kane. Great chance! And how good was that? That is a gem! An absolute gem! They have done it! They are level! You raise your game and we raise ours. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Fernandes. And Caicedo. Camavinga. Now it's Rashford. Rashford gets across and deals with it. Fernandes did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Camavinga. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Threads one in. And he's lost his man here. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, that wasn't far away. They've played it short. Persib Bandung have the chance to go the other way. Serginho makes a dash for it. He is through here. Serginho could challenge. Excellent challenge. Alexander-Arnold. And the referee has blown for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break.
And if you do have a chance today, please
Any
take
strong
some time
opinions
out
on
to
the
give your
first half?
support to our
Well,
better
both sides
stadium
would have
folks.
expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Persib Bandung are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Camavinga. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He has found a way through. It's Kane! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Camavinga. Now Foden. Valverde. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Kane! Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Fernandes. Played out towards the right wing. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Foden. And here's Kane. He is just caressing. It's Kane! Against the crossbar. Foden. Ball is over the line. Now it's Messi. Looking to play him in. And he's straight offside. Van Dijk. And it's Caicedo. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. It's a really well-measured ball. Now it's Messi. He's gone for goal.
The attendance for this match was 28,997.
Vardiol cuts it out. And it's Doué. Kane currently being consciously targeted.
Well, this defence now knows that they have to.
Takes a shot! Oh, special! That is a special goal! A finish of true class! And the turnaround is complete. Just extraordinary. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
2 goals on the day. Tries one from range. And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It's a pretty loose pass. Caicedo. Now it's Kane. That's destined for the flank. Fernandes. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Goes down, but nothing given. Rashford providing an outlet on that flank. Plenty to aim at here. Great ball, and he's in here. That's going to go a long way. Manchester United have reclaimed it. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And here's Doué.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Alexander-Arnold. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Look at the space here. He's found a way through. And the shot! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now.
Substitution in
He
progress.
does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
Pau Kubasi is there to clear. It's loose here, and they'll want to reclaim it. Goes for a shot! Goal! Two ahead, late in the day. Game over, surely. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Persib Bandung now in a position far more desirable.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Alexander-Arnold. Forwards and with intent. Too much pressure, and he's lost the ball. And it's Smith Rowe. Messi. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
This could be their final throw of the dice. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Persib Bandung are going up, and now... Persib Bandung are looking to get a flying start here in the long race towards the finish line. This is a day for optimism, for hope, for dreaming of what might be. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And we're underway. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Caicedo. Played out to the left flank. Serginho. And it's Smith Rowe. And Caicedo. Serginho. Camavinga. Robertson. Robertson makes a dash for it.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
Mbappe. Oh, sweet feet. Smith Rowe does well to get it back. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. That has ended up in no man's land. Kane.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Fernandes. So no chances falling either way for the time being. Now it's Mbappe. Out for a throw. Space for him to turn and look. Camavinga receives it in a wide position. It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Serginho. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Van Dijk. Persib Bandung still without a single shot on target. Now it's Messi. Looking for the run. Alexander-Arnold in acres of... Oh, good climb! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Now it's Kane. Alexander-Arnold threads one in, and this is Kane, and that is expertly dealt with. Caicedo. Smith Rowe. Robertson gets over and intercepts. Jimenez. Shifted it to the flank. And it's Kane. Caicedo. That has been slung wide. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. Serginho. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Now it's Kane. Camavinga. Caicedo. Ambitious ball here. Pass somewhat off target. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Mbappe picks it up out wide. And he's managed to get free. And the cross comes in. And here's Kane. He's in a good position. Shoots! A real chance and a real let-off.
Oh, it was a brilliant touch to set himself up. Just a shame that the finish let him down.
Oh, they could be caught. Tries a shot! There it is! An act of great generosity, accepted gratefully, indeed gleefully.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
And this is Kane. Fernandes. It's a pretty loose pass. It's a searching pass. They've won a corner. Liverpool with the corner. They're first. Oh, shooting chance! And it's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now. Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Some resolute defending there. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So straight into the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Robertson. And here's Mbappe. Tries to pass it through. He's had a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! It's all becoming so easy.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Here's a sharp little ball here. Messi is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
A probing pass. That is a brilliant interception. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. He's picked his way through. Here comes the cross. Camavinga! And that is certainly not what he had in mind. Not getting... Oh no, this does not look good. There's the shot! It's a goal! They are gorging themselves here on a seriously gorgeous scoreline. And that is a genuine ground-eat-me-up moment.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
That has not gone well. And it's Serginho. Oh, that's clever. It's a goal kick. Camavinga. And it's Jimenez. Spread out to the left. Jimenez. Mbappe is in a really good position out wide. And he gets rid in a hurry. Caicedo. And Fernandez. Spread it left. Smith Rowe. Alexander-Arnold. Not the most accurate pass. Mbappe. And this is Kane. Now it's Camavinga. Mbappe. And it's Messi. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Now it's Smith Rowe. Looking for a runner. Jimenez kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Caicedo. Into the last quarter of an hour. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Akanji is there, and he can get that clear. Could be danger here. And they win it back again. And it's Caicedo. And there's the shot! It's bounced back off the post. Now here's the delivery. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, delightful ball. Tries to get it clear. That's a cute ball. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And they're back on the ball again. That's good running with the ball.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
That's very neat. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. He's played it back. Knocks it out wide. Caicedo, played back. Nicely weighted ball. This is Messi. He has found the way through. And we're done. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
First, Bandung desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
When it really ain't it. And I don't wanna stay in this place, no. So I put it on the table, I won't ask you twice, because I'm grown and I've been here before. It's been too long and life's too short to sit around just feeling sad. Put it on the table, I won't ask you twice, because the light bulb is energy saving, and it takes its time illuminating. When I see all of the mess you're making, the mess you're making, bringing me down, not picking me up, yeah. Giving up or just kicking a can down the road, telling me yes when it really ain't it. And I don't wanna stay in this place, no. Bringing me down, not picking me up, yeah. Or just kicking a can down the road. Yes, when it really ain't it.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So straight into the action. Well, now the opposition are going to have to find something pretty special to stop Lionel Messi today, aren't they, Jim?
Yeah, the man is an absolutely born winner. You just feel that with him on the pitch. anything is possible.
And what's more, he brings out the best in his teammates.
Yeah, I think he just gives them that confidence that they can overcome whatever the opposition throws at them, and he leads by example, of course, and will probably come up with something.
Point blank header! No, just not quite. Tries to pass it through. He's found space here. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And this is Torres. He's it, Torres! A real chance and a real let-off.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Pass somewhat off target. Oh, that was vital. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. Terengganu have their second corner now. And now they can spring out of defence. Calafiori cuts out the pass.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. Okay, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Now it's Messi. He's in plenty of space here, and he's managed to get free. Cross deflected behind for a corner. So, third corner of the game. That's the keeper's ball. Persib Bandung are looking to go forward now. Looking for options for movement. Now it's Messi. Aimed beyond the defence. And the shot! Goal! Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Nicely shaped ball. Well, that pass isn't the best. Caicedo threads one in. Well read, nice interception. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And it's Son Heung-min. Now it's Ribery. Son Heung-min. Alexander-Arnold. And he's intervened well there. Alexander-Arnold is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Son Heung-min. Looking for the run, and he was quick to react. Bellingham. Driven forward. Torres is herring after that one. Messi. Van Dijk. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. And that has left him in a heap. Searching pass he's played there. No, that's been intercepted. Alexander-Arnold has found the net here, of course. Alexander-Arnold. Now that looks a decent ball. It's a promising position. Silvestre deals with that comfortably.
Persib Bandung really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Knocks it into space, and he's picked it up out wide. Drills one in. He's going to be disappointed with that. He's going for goal! And that is wildly off target.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's found some space. Now the delivery. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. So their fourth corner of the game. Keeper's dealt with that. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's found a way through. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And he's worked it through. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Persib Bandung clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, he's having a go! And the whistle goes for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Quick reminder today, please have your
Persib
entry tickets
Bandung
at hand
up by
as it's time
one
to
goal
announce
at the
today's
halfway
winning
point.
lottery numbers.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Persib Bandung looking solid, if not too much more at half-time. It's 1-0. So right back into the action. Persib Bandung leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Robertson. Now Van Dijk. Fernandez looking to pass their way up the pitch. There's a sharp little ball here. Calafiori. Silvestre is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Calafiori. Bellingham. That has ended up in no man's land. And it's Van Dijk. To Messi. That's good running with the ball. Van Nistelrooy. And Van Nistelrooy! Van Nistelrooy! Goal after wonderful goal! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
And Nistelrooy demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
We're looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is...
Son Heung-min! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
The attendance
Cafu.
for this match was
Spread neatly.
29,830.
Caicedo. Now it's Messi. Alexander-Arnold. Now that's well seen too. Calafiori. Son Heung-min. Fernandez. Looking for a runner. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Robertson makes the interception. Caicedo. And it's Serginho. Looking to play him in. He's through here. Just the keeper in his way. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. That has not gone well. Oh, this looks sharp. That has been cut short. Bellingham.
Number 19.
He's having a pop!
Federico Valverde.
And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Caicedo. Robertson. Who played through for the wide man. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Torres. 75 minutes played. Oh, that's well spotted. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he? Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Oh, terrible mistake. Van Nistelrooy! It's a goal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
And yes, it's him again. Terengganu have their lead.
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them haul themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on?
Ribery. Coming on the field, number 20, Mbappe.
Alexander-Arnold.
Number 7,
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Foot in. 5 minutes left on the clock. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Swings in across.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Has a look and plays it forward. Serginho. Caicedo gets a foot in here. Robertson. And Son Heung-min. That is good alertness. Messi. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Tries to play it through. Can he finish? That's that, the end. Persib Bandung played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so...